Welcome to our exploration of Sam Altman, the CEO behind OpenAI and the mastermind of ChatGPT. Today, we're diving into a less-known facet of his career, a side hustle that's not just a minor project, but a billion-dollar empire that's massively boosting his wealth. Despite drawing a modest salary of $65,000 from OpenAI and avoiding ownership stakes to dodge conflicts, Altman's intricate web of investments tells a story of a shrewd Silicon Valley investor shaping the future of technology. Behind the scenes, Altman runs a vast investment empire, quietly amassing holdings worth at least $2.8 billion. His investments span over 400 companies, including those like Stripe, Airbnb, and Reddit, managed through his family office, a portfolio that rivals established venture capital firms. Furthermore, Altman has leveraged a substantial line of credit from Morgan Chase, his personal bank, to aggressively expand his stakes in these startups. This strategy is unusually risky, given the high failure rates in startup investments, but it underscores Altman's bold approach to capitalizing on tech advancements. Moreover, a growing number of these startups have become either clients or major partners of OpenAI, positioning Altman in a unique spot where his business dealings could potentially intersect with his leadership at OpenAI, raising questions about conflicts of interest and his own personal gains from these situations. You might be wondering what personal dealings might these include? Let's dive into these details now. OpenAI is currently in talks with Helion, a nuclear energy startup chaired by Sam Altman, to purchase a substantial amount of electricity for powering its data centers. Helion, which has been exploring the frontier of nuclear fusion technology for over a decade, represents a bold venture into an unproven but promising field. Altman's commitment to Helion is deep, having invested $365 million in 2021, his largest investment in a single startup to date. Helion secured Microsoft as its first customer last year, which is also OpenAI's largest investor, a connection that underscores the intertwined relationships in Altman's ventures. To avoid conflicts of interest, Altman has recused himself from ongoing negotiations between OpenAI and Helion. In a similar vein of strategic partnerships, OpenAI recently announced a collaboration with Reddit to integrate its content into ChatGPT and other AI products. Having served as Reddit's CEO in 2014, Altman holds a 7.6% share, making him the third largest external shareholder. This stake increased in value by $69 million after the partnership announcement, a 10% boost in Reddit's stock price. Notably, Altman did not lead these discussions, maintaining a stance that appears to avoid direct involvement in potential conflicts of interest. Altman's investment strategy continues to target companies positioned to capitalize on the AI boom. Last summer, he invested in Apex Security, a company that specializes in developing cybersecurity solutions for AI applications such as ChatGPT. Additionally, he supported Exowatt, a startup focused on meeting the robust energy demands of large data centers essential for AI operations. Despite the complexities, OpenAI's leadership maintains that Altman has adhered to all investment policies, emphasizing his commitment to transparency and effective governance. These policies aim to prevent executives from making decisions that could unduly benefit their personal investments. Despite stepping back from direct negotiation roles, the difficulty of managing such potential conflicts remains, as OpenAI staff may find themselves in negotiations that could indirectly benefit their CEO. This governance challenge came to a head in November 2023, when a leadership crisis briefly saw Altman removed by other OpenAI board directors due to concerns over his communication and the expansion of his side projects. The board's actions, citing potential conflicts of interest and a lack of transparency in his disclosures, led to his temporary ousting. However, Altman was reinstated later that month after addressing these concerns, with 3 of the 4 directors who voted for his removal subsequently departing. The ongoing debate about Altman's portfolio reveals the complex dynamics at play, challenging the board's ability to oversee deals without a clear understanding of how they might personally benefit Altman himself. But how did Sam Altman reach this pivotal point in his career? Let's look back at the beginning, with the start of his remarkable career trajectory. Sam Altman's venture into startup investing began during his time at Stanford University in 2005. Shortly before he dropped out to lead Loop, a growing social networking startup. Despite his limited financial resources, Altman gained invaluable access to emerging startups through his mentor, Paul Graham, co-founder of the influential venture firm Y Combinator. In 2009, Graham introduced him to John and Patrick Collison, two ambitious Irish entrepreneurs at the early stages of conceptualizing Stripe, a new payment processing startup. Recognizing the potential, Altman invested $15,000 for a 2% stake in the company, which today stands as the third most valuable startup, valued at $65 billion, trailing just behind SpaceX and OpenAI. Although Altman's share has since diminished, this investment remains his most lucrative, particularly as Stripe recently partnered to commercialize OpenAI's technology. Capitalizing on the sale of Looped in 2012, Altman used the proceeds to launch his first venture fund, Hydrazine, named after the rocket fuel chemical. The fund attracted high-profile investors, including billionaire Peter Thiel, another of Altman's early mentors. By 2014, Altman had ascended to the presidency of Y Combinator, having already invested in 40 companies, 5 of which increased in value by 100 times or more. Despite his responsibilities at Y Combinator, Altman continued to manage Hydrazine, a decision that sparked controversy within Silicon Valley's venture capital community, where fund leaders typically avoid managing their own funds to circumvent conflicts of interest. This policy led to accusations of hypocrisy from other Y Combinator partners, including its current president Gary Tan, who were prohibited from similar practices by Altman. Altman's involvement in Hydrazine proved significant. The fund made notable investments, including a $28 million stake in Reddit in September 2014, a platform that had captivated Altman since he first met its founders through Y Combinator in 2005. Altman's pivotal role in assembling the investment round brought together a diverse group of investors, including Thiel, rapper Snoop Dogg, and venture firm Andreessen Horowitz. Following the investment, Altman joined Reddit's board and was instrumental in appointing its current CEO, Steve Huffman, the following year. Over time, his stake in the company grew to be valued at $413 million when Reddit went public in March. Altman stepped down from the board in January 2022, continuing his pattern of stepping back from formal roles while maintaining significant financial interests. Altman's investment style is characterized by his bold, decisive nature, often committing to deals on the spot, sometimes before pitches are even completed. He further diversified Y Combinator's portfolio by introducing startups in advanced fields like energy and biotechnology, advocating for a new funding model for ambitious scientific projects, and personally investing in these areas, sometimes taking board seats in the most promising ventures. One of his standout investments has been in Helion, a nuclear fusion startup brought into Y Combinator's incubator in 2014. As its chairman, Altman views fusion technology as a pivotal breakthrough that could solve the climate crisis and power large AI models. His deep commitment to Helion was highlighted in an interview with media firm Strictly VC last year, where he remarked,
Helion is like more than an investment to me. That's the other thing besides OpenAI I spend a lot of time on, and just super excited about what's going to happen there.
In the realm of artificial intelligence, Altman has backed startups like chip manufacturers Cerebras Systems and Rain AI, dedicating more time to managing OpenAI, the nonprofit he co-founded in 2015 with Elon Musk. However, in 2019, his intense focus on personal projects, including OpenAI, led to his departure from Y Combinator after being asked to step down due to these conflicting commitments. That same year, he secured a significant debt line with JP Morgan through a limited liability company named Altman Holdco, pledging his expansive portfolio of private startups. This strategic move allowed him to invest at the scale of large venture firms independently, reducing his reliance on shared profits from his earlier venture fund, Hydrazine. Altman's bold investment strategy quickly translated into substantial financial commitments. In 2022, he invested hundreds of millions into Helion and allocated $180 million to Retro, a life extension lab. These investments exemplify his willingness to support high-potential technologies that align with his vision for the future. Further leveraging his debt line, Altman co-founded Apollo Projects in 2020 with his brother Max, underscoring his strategy to diversify his investments outside of OpenAI. Altman's investments have not just been financial, they have strategically aligned with OpenAI's business interests. One of these ventures is Humane, a company producing the AI Pin, an AI-powered wearable device that relies on OpenAI's software. Altman's investment has given him a 15% stake in Humane, greater than any single founder's share. However, these intertwined investments raise significant governance challenges. OpenAI operates a for-profit arm funded by Microsoft, but is still overseen by a non-profit board, a unique structure that complicates traditional oversight mechanisms. In response, OpenAI has been actively revising its governance structure, though details of these changes remain undisclosed. The complexity of these arrangements was highlighted when Reid Hoffman, co-founder of Inflection AI, resigned from OpenAI's board in March 2023 to avoid potential conflicts of interest. Around the same time, Altman proposed that Adam D'Angelo, CEO of Quora, step down from the board due to his development of a competing AI chatbot Poe. However, this was not considered necessary by other board members. Following a brief removal and subsequent reinstatement as CEO, Altman pushed for the implementation of a robust conflict of interest policy and established an independent audit committee to evaluate potential conflicts involving directors and officers. Altman's stance on handling potential conflicts of interest is clear. We expect that if OpenAI is as successful as we hope, it will touch many parts of the economy and have complex relationships with many other entities in the world, resulting in various potential conflicts of interest, he stated. The way we plan to deal with this is with full disclosure and leaving decisions about how to manage situations like these up to the board. Sam Altman's journey from a college dropout to a Silicon Valley powerhouse encapsulates a blend of ambition, innovation, and complex challenges. His dual role as OpenAI's CEO and an influential investor poses questions about the future of AI and its ethical governance. How Altman navigates these waters could set the stage for future tech leaders. What will his legacy be? A blueprint for innovation or a cautionary tale of power dynamics in the tech world? Only time will tell. What is clear is that his impact on the industry and on the future of AI will be felt for years to come.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please consider smashing the like button and subscribing for more.